What's up, you know good fuckers? We're back. Or what? It's just these two. Oh my god. It's like not even remotely fucking sitting on them. Alright, so it looks like we're moving on that way and immediately fighting boss. Alright. So before we go in there and just straight up fight a fucking boss, let's transmute these. Oh damn it. I mean, I don't even know how many I could have done, but whatever. You know, can I I never really looked at it. Oh. Hold on. I didn't know that. So, okay, item transmute, no. So Ares has the prey one that must be max level. Oh. That makes so much more sense. Okay, well he needs prey. Fuck jump. Give that nigga a prey. Fuck that, you need something else.
Get your shit together! Keep it together. Give him hell! I got this. Get him! Shield ready! We're gonna feel this one now! Big crowd! Alright! Watch and learn! You ain't getting out of this one! Stop on this!
I thought that you would forgive me. Oh, okay. I'm about to say I hear drugs, but okay. What's up? Pretty far. I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I really don't know. What? What did you meth? Okay. Jesus Christ. What is it? What? Okay. Maybe there's other things to think about in this situation, but no, it wouldn't be being pimped. It's what they wanted, but I know family pimp. I know some people will pay. You see, you look at yourself in this situation. Clearly, they need you. In Oklahoma, that's yeah. I mean, it's probably everywhere, but shit. Was he white? You're about to be. They're about to censor you out and sell that shit as porn. You're about to get. You need to start showing up in a mask. You don't want to get put up with some sex screen. Like, no, you have to do this. Like, no, I live in Texas, and all of a sudden they're pulling up to Texas. They're like, got the money for it. He's like, we're gonna edit that out. That's what I'm saying. They're just gonna turn around and sell that shit. I'm surprised they didn't make you sign something. Yeah, I'm like, what is wrong with these people? I'm like, what is that? Like, what is this? Like, he's a cool ass dude that enjoys watching his wife get hit. Yeah, nah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, you have a kid. That's what happens to niggas, man. That's happens to niggas all the time. They get a kid, and then they're like, they put all that energy somewhere, and then they're like, look, at the end of the day, I got me, and I got my kid to take care of, and anything else, I don't really give a damn about. And then they end up right where you're at. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying I'm like, I'm like, as a single dude, I'm not. I hear you telling me that you're there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not there because I actually am still out here like dating bitches and totally care about all this shit. But you're like, nigga, I've done been with a girl, had a kid with her. Now I'm like, I don't care about, And Savon got there too, halfway. He halfway trying to fall in love. But he's really right where you're at, actually. That's what. Yeah, bro. We went out the other day. He came over here on Monday, and we went out to Milo's, and there was hoes everywhere, and there was like four guys in there, and it was my homeboy's birthday, and we had blow to sell. Like that's why we were there, and I just looked at him because I was like obviously on my devilish behavior, and he was like, I was just like, this is what I'm telling you. And I was like, good luck, buddy. And I went out and I went right up to a group of hoes, and I said, oh, it's your birthday too? It's my homeboy's birthday. And now I'm with my homeboy, and I'm talking to three bitches, and I'm sitting at the bar, and he's just like, I'm not playing with you. Like, this is. But fucking 20 minutes later, I look over, he's talking to three bitches. Yeah, we're locked in. And but I'm like, until we drive back home because I mean, we didn't. It doesn't really play out. It was a chill night. It was a Monday, and I was just like, Savon. He was like, I don't even want to talk about it. Because I was like, if we wouldn't be talking about it. We would be where they were at. Because like we didn't even want to leave the parking lot. Nigga, like you were hunting. Like stop playing with me, bro. Like this shit. And then like I'm gonna be kicking with you next time. And your girlfriend's gonna stress us out. Like that shit is dry, bro. Like when it and you're gonna sit here and tell me like, man, I just feel like I could have a ton of hoes. You could. For what, a month? Yeah. It's a fun time. Yes, bro. What he always wants to do is have a girl that's down with him. Wait, no, 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 no. So not no. So he like maybe has a different kind of confidence around me because that was not how I played out on Monday. He was exactly who I expected him to be. I went over here and was talking to girls I wanted to talk to that were kind of like geeky and on my range, and he was talking to like probably the prettiest girl in the room. Like he was just trying to he was just trying to figure his way over there, and he did. That's why I said after a while I looked over there and he's talking to three bitches, and then I have six bitches to talk to. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on. No, he's always in this. This is my point. He's always in this mountain. Okay, I'm sorry. We're talking over each other. That's a good way to put it. Oh, did you talk to him last night? Did you talk to him last night? Oh, because he literally put that studio up and told me he finished it last night. When me and you got off the phone? Oh, okay. Yeah, we were on the phone. When I got off the phone with you, I got off the phone with him. She was in the other room. He's like all excited, telling me about the studio. We're like, I'm asking him like, so what's the next beat? Like, what are we doing next? You know, focus. All of a sudden, Saber, Saber, and he ignored her like 5 times, and then he finally was like, what? Like, what do you want? You know what I'm doing? Like, what? He just went off, and I'm like, yes, but like, no. You know what I mean? Like, you should, I hate that you're in that environment. That shit, that's annoying as fuck. Like, if that was a bitch in your crib, you would kick her out, and you would feel like a doper nigga than being having to conform. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's still not his spot though, and he knows that. Like we talked about it. We talked about it. But it's not her, and that's what we were talking about. It's not him. It's not him. It's her. Look, hear me out. It's not him. He's gonna be on his shit. When there's no stress in his life, this would have been happening before. Like when the shit gets stolen, it's not him. It's someone else in his life that's freed him from the other room when he's on the phone. So it's not him. It's like, but he just like you were saying yesterday. He moves with this kind of like untouchableness. But he's been, but then he's around someone that low key feels the same way. Like all the girls he's with, low key feel some way about themselves. And you know what I mean? So where they're confident enough to turn around and tell that nigga and totally fuck up what he's got going on. Like, and you know what I mean? And not get annoyed and just leave or break up with him. They feel confident enough to stay. That's a problem. No, well, when he was with Angela, oh, he said we're talking about. I need to get remember what you said. You said in the breed, yes. You said in the breed range. In the breed, yes. I'm tripping. Your Angie came on the other day, and I just was telling him that yesterday when we were on the phone. Yeah, she just need to take care of herself. That's all she needs to do. If she had just taken care of herself and shown him how to do that, like on top of what she was bringing to his life, that yeah. But that since she lacked that, they were just all their flaws were their biggest thing. And now Bree is just flawed and oh shit. And way more like not like unempathetic than and fucking Andrew was. And he's trying to fix her, and she's a whole fucking wreck. This girl and her white people and their medical problems. I can't, bro. It is. I don't know. I don't know because at the end of the day, he had Frank hanging around acting like that was Okay, like I just don't know. I don't know if his level of this is way too far is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But the problem is, yes, you're right, and I do think that it is. She is being manipulative, and like, yeah, from the other room. But all I wanted to do is to switch, and it to be like she can be around. I just would prefer her to be in his space so that if it comes down to it, like, she can leave. That's his only problem. And I talked to him about it. You have nowhere on earth where you can just be by yourself, and that is a problem. I don't know either. He has CPNs now. He has his own. I don't know. That's what I'd be trying to tell you. It's more than it does come down to him, and then it's also like, but if you ask him or look in his life, when he'll show you like the biggest problem is this additional person that he added, and then there he's right, they are a big problem. But then as you get them out the way, you fucking go back to him, and when you realize he's the one that problem and he consistently, and you're like, oh God, and so it's just levels. And yes, I do agree with the baby steps he is taking towards the ultimate goal he should already be at. But I am way more of a hard ass friend, and I think logically you are too. We just, like I've done this with my friends before. I've done it with my brother, really, where maybe he's getting a good amount of both. So, well, Well, with me, he was. And then, but every time he pulls away, then he comes back and he always. Because I've learned to be a little bit more respectful about it instead of just being like, this is what I feel. I'll be like, okay, I'm being over a lot. I'm sorry if I'm being too much. Or like, I'll be talking to Bree and I'll be like, hey, man, we're setting a boundary. Like, I'll ask him like straight up, so he knows what I'm thinking. He gets me whether I'm annoying or not. And at the end of the day, he values my advice and he tells me not to change. Um, 'cause oh yeah, sharing my opinion, my unsolicited opinion. Yeah, and we get there too when we're talking. Sometimes we're just talking about him, but it's hard to not be focused on things that you care about. In a place where it should have been growing, and like, 'cause that's in your heart, you would have seen, you were hoping for prosperity, and yeah, I know, yeah, exactly, yeah, and then you come back and it's just getting darker, and you're like, what the fuck? And partially, you're like, wasn't I here? Because you're such a light. Yeah, I feel that. I feel you. Yeah, because it worries me because we're gonna go in business with him. He's our lifelong friend, and we're also doing the same thing. We talked about the fact that it's business. I worry that there's gonna be some point where he incorporates someone that I legitimately do not trust, and I actually allow myself to trust him, then through him, and then fall back. Yeah. And I'm like, and then I can't turn to him because I have turned to him in prior situations. Like, I don't want to have broken my pockets and not be able to pay my bills before you pay attention to the shit I've been telling you. That the people around you, or something about the way you bring people around you, brings untrustworthy or not prosperous people around us. You think neutral people are okay in a circle that's trying to progress, and that's not okay. Did you see how I put that? Yeah. She can't even move. Because look, it shifts all of our mindsets. What you do affects us, and you can sit. Because he actually thinks that it's kind of lame that we think this way, but he doesn't know how to express it. Because you know what I mean? He thinks like, well, niggas like don't think like this, but like, yeah, and it's just because of the people he's working with. It's one thing if he's like working with people, yeah, like he's working with people that aren't like on my level, from my point of view, like people that I would respect and like to go into like these kind of adventures with. Like no, I would be trying to vet him out. Shit, this nigga Cameron, I just had to cut him off. The nigga got more money than me, probably. You know what I'm saying? It's his lifestyle, and I can tell you about that. Jesus Christ, nigga. Oh my God. Oh my God. That nigga needs help. That nigga needs help. And hold your tongue because he does not have. No, no, no. Hold your tongue because he doesn't have many nice things to say about you. So let's not. Yes. I don't know. I didn't die because he didn't tell me or trip because it's you. I don't exactly. I don't know. It's just, I guess it has something to do with Alicia. I don't know. But I didn't think it had anything to do with him, which is why I was about to get upset. Yeah, see, and that's why. Exactly. I was like, I knew it. Because I was like, in my mind, as soon as he said any kind of feeling about you, my brain went to, what have you done for Trey? And nothing. And so that's why you're getting to it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not that dumb. Okay. I know, yeah, he might be on some stupid principle shit like, nah, he weirdo though. He's weirdo. Like Davion don't fuck with him. Cash don't fuck with him. Nah, bro. But yeah, no, I had to cut him off. Like I'll never cut off Savon. Like I won't go into full business with him if he doesn't grow. As when I need him to. So I'll be obviously putting him in positions to. But like for the randoms, the new ones, that's what tricks me out. I'm vetting these niggas out. You're not just coming in. No. Like, to the point, like, no, you won't come in. You'll just get blocked on my end. You'll never make it to my group. If I ever hear you someone's fucking with you, I'm gonna tell them to stop it. And trust me, my world's will go way further. For sure. Okay, with him, he was like, it started off with, he was gonna buy me I bought my laptop. I was getting all my shit together to get, a studio in my house. And he comes over randomly. He just like randomly starts selling books. And so he wanted to come up for the first time, and we're doing lines together. He showing me my laptop. I'm all pumped. He sees my energy, and he wants to be a part of it, which isn't the first time he said he wanted to invest into me. But I said, yeah. So how are you now? I was like, yeah, I like. and a fucking interface. And he was like, okay, what kind of mic? And so he basically said he was going to buy me this mic. It's a $400 mic, and I never asked him to do that. He said he was going to. I was like, all right. But I was really just about to buy it. He never bought it. He went to fucking Guitar Center, and he was like, it's too expensive. Can we split it? I was like, yeah. But then he didn't. So he didn't text me back. Started texting me, telling me all this shit's going on with his grandpa, and basically that his fiance left him because he's a plug and has been staying up for days doing blow. That stupid bitch, right? I said, yeah, done. I can't stand it. That was red flag number one. You know? Yeah, you hear me? Yeah, I don't know if everyone thinks like this, and I'm like, no, nigga, that was a great moment. What are you talking about? Like you're stupid. Like you don't even have a reason to sell drugs. Actually, no one knows why you do. You just do, and you just assume you're doing so well that you don't know how to stop. But she's really asking that question. No, for real. We went to school with you. You're not stupid. Like there's nothing you can't do. This is just what you are doing, and no one's judging you except for your baby mama, maybe. And somehow a lot of niggas are like, well, she knew what I was doing, so I don't get it. But I was like, nigga, you're lying, because you probably were saying all this other shit you're gonna do with the money, and how you're gonna flip houses and be this businessman, and you're not doing that. Like, yeah, you hear me? You know, the niggas be entrepreneurs all of a sudden. Can't you hear me? Like, so I was not trying to hear that at all. You have a child and you're pulling up to serve me, talking about you just got done serving a pound, like some pounds up the street in Mar-a-Lago. Baby sleeping in the back. Your baby mom is driving not the nicest car where y'all just blended in. I'm worried about all these things. Okay? And I'm just here to buy fucking a quarter from you, dog. So let's you hear me? Like, where are we from? What made us think this logically? You know what's crazy? Damien always tried to hit me with the same shit. Now, mind you, he wasn't a baby with her, but the girl he was with since fucking high school, she lived in Oklahoma. They survived dating in high school in different states, dating in college, and then living together. And she broke up with him because the nigga started selling weed. Or he started door dashing and not doing anything with his life, and she thought that shit was kind of lame. And he got mad because she got to that point. And I said, but you swear you're smarter than everyone, Davion, because you got that degree that you don't use. So I'm sure she's sitting there with that. You can't be walking around with that confidence not doing shit. Like, what are these niggas doing? Exactly. Meet me to Canada. Come on. Right. Telling you to step up. Or telling you to be who you swore you were going to be, but got real comfortable. Right. And, right. And on the flip side, she's on the phone with her best friend talking about this nigga hasn't pulled out in the past 2 weeks. What the fuck? You hear me? She's tripping. She's like, this nigga ain't working. He is not being who I want him to be. He's trying to get me pregnant damn near. Or he doesn't, like, you hear me? These girls start to trip, and then they don't get pregnant. They just leave you, and you're sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? Because you're not really thinking, because you're not actually doing shit. So stop playing with yourself. Anyway, so that's why she left him, step one. And then, so he's pulling up with his grandpa all the time. I thought that was weird. He's texting me in the middle of the night, talking about he's up doing coke with his grandpa that has dementia. And then all of a sudden, I'm trying to just buy weed, right? He's never in Mansfield. I know, I can't really move forward after that, you know. Mm-hmm. Dementia, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, 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 yes. And so all of a sudden, he's not in Mansfield anymore, and this is when, and then he tells this, so as he's telling me, like, you know, he's not with his baby mom, it's starting to add up. Oh, she lives out here. Oh, that was her house. Oh. Yeah, it's starting to all add up. Because now you're in Cedar Hill all of a sudden, and I can never buy from you. And you're at your grandpa's house. What happened? Big time plug, dude. Like, stop fucking with me. And so now he's at his grandpa's house. Yes, doing coke all the time, like crashing all the way out. His fiance left him. He can't see his fucking baby mama because she found out he was doing blow for days straight because it's just written on the nigga's face. Um, yeah, and so at the same time, he's starting to start working with me and going into business and like doing music. I'm like, He had the audacity because actually it was like a 2 month gap in between him not hitting me up about this mic and me finding all this stuff out. He had the audacity to be like, honestly, you know, you were hitting me up about weed and stuff, you know, you're trying to get me to buy you this mic. You know, and I'm like, he's like, don't you have the money? I'm like, no, this is Cameron. Really? Yes, Cameron. Yes, Cameron and his fiance. No, I went to Davion at a point because I was saying this all like Davion, Davion. No, Davion ended up getting brother with his girlfriend for fucking what's it called? Like yeah, for he was a door dashing and not like doing anything with his life, you know, and basically living off the fact that his superstar sister would one day put him on, and she was not going for that actually. No, literally. I know, and he had the audacity to tell me he was mad at her, and I'm like, I shouldn't say anything. Yeah, I shouldn't say anything. This is why I'm single. And niggas, I will have niggas think that I'm lonely all day before niggas think that that's my track record. Like dating women with nowhere to take them. Like that's insane. Anyway, I'm saying, okay, so for Cameron, yes. So 2 months after not hearing from Byron, like, that's when I started hearing from him. He's telling me his fiance, and that he's now selling blow, and he's doing it with his grandpa up for days straight. And his grandpa has dementia. I'm like, okay. And by this time he's also like somehow gung ho to like get his life together, so he wants to go into business with me. I think I was like posting songs at the time, and he totally listens and respects my music, and I appreciate him for that. But so that's Cameron, yeah. So now I'm like I'm like talking to him often, you know, but he's telling me like, yeah, he's living in Cedar Hill now with his grandpa, and that has dementia, and like, you know, it's just, you know, life's just been kind of crazy, and he's like, you know, he's been having to fix up the house there because shit just keeps getting broken. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. And like the middle of the night, he's sending me pictures of like the shit he's fixing, like he's doing construction work on the house in the middle of the night. Weird. Okay. And then finally we get to a point where we're on the phone, and he tells me multiple things. One of the things was that at a point while he was living with his baby mother in a house, someone tried to break in, but he saw him on the Ring doorbell. Instead of calling the cops like his baby mama was recommending, that nigga just kind of waited for him to come to the door and kill him. Okay. Yes. Right? Yeah. Yeah. And now, fast forward, and which is probably another reason why she left him, because he didn't take that as a oh no thing. He took that as a I just became an actual nigga for real now. Okay. You know how niggas be. But no, it's still your guess, but it's, you know what I mean. Yeah. Because I always say the same thing until they said it to me. Alright? And I'm like, oh god. And then fast forward, now he's not with her, he's with his grandpa. There's squatters in his grandpa's house, and they're getting into the house by the roof. And there's at least 5 of them, and they're sleeping in, yeah, squatters, whole human people, a group of them, that have picked his grandfather's house to squat in. And at first, he thought, his grandpa, who has dementia, thought it was his old co-worker that was like out to get him. So Cameron was telling me that that was the situation. And then at some point they realized it was squatters. And instead of calling the police, these niggas are going to war with them. And yeah, nigga. And then so I'm like, I'm telling you. And I'm like, okay, Cameron, like, no, that's not how real life works. Like I know, if they, you're setting up cameras, but I have to tell them, I'm like, the cops know that you know that they're there for longer than like a month, and they're actual tenants, and you can't do any of the things that you're trying to do because you don't even want them to leave. You want them to stay and do something stupid so that you have something to do. It looks like that's what you're telling me. And I had to like talk him off that ledge. And then I'm like, wait. This is a nigga trying to be like my agent slash manager. No. No. But what was so I just blocked him. Like randomly I'm sitting there texting him and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, and I just literally blocked him on everything. Like, no between, like, I know he knows, and he just doesn't know how to react, because he doesn't even know why it happened. And I'm going to tell him one day, like, okay, well, how dare you even invite me to that life? Yeah, and, okay, so I would be trying to invite him over here to, like, show him my music, show him my ideas, like show him it all stand, like, laid out in front of him. And every time, like he's always so busy, and then every time you'd be like, she nigga, this is why you just need to come over to my grandpa's. I said, what? Exactly. I know. I know. Oh, with the niggas in the attic? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. And you're just gonna invite me over. Yeah. What? I don't know who these niggas are, bro. Yeah, and so that's another reason why that's why he didn't want to pull up to here. Like, he would act like he wanted to come over, but then he wouldn't want to leave because he's like, I got niggas in my house. Whoa! Yeah, he said at night he would go in the attic and like in the air conditioning like canals like they have made like that's where they sleep. And he like shined a light in there and he said he like saw like an eye like look right at him and then like had like a really creepy like old long nailed hand like reach out like for food and he just shot through the vents and went back down and went to sleep. Yes! I'm like, alright, dog. Well, hey, man, I think my DoorDash just got here. Whoa. I'm not that Hollywood, bro. Save that shit for Hollywood, bro. I told him that. That's what I ended up telling him. I didn't block him right then. I called him the next day and I had to basically warn him, and he believed me because it was genuine. I said, you have entered a dark realm, and you're there, and you know you're there, and everyone else knows you're there, which is why nothing good is going to remain in your life. And you're kind of seeing that, which is why you're trying to cling to me, and I'm not about to let you. And you know you're wrong for it, and you know you need to just sell that house or call the cops. No, he's in darkness. See, when you open that door, that's what basically that moment. Instead of having that like regret, like most humans would for taking a life, when you open that door to anything else, um, there's something there. Yeah, that's just a new idea. It's a new idea which people will call the devil. Yeah, you broke your moral code for a reason, but you didn't regret doing so. And so, yeah, that's problematic. Like you're supposed to feel that. Like that is the moral law of humans. Like you don't need a religious book or anything to know. Like, taking a life is just good. It's supposed to feel some kind of way. Even the coldest person will tell you that the first life feels like something. Protect your grandpa. Yeah, no. No, actually, he moved all his drugs and shit in there, all his guns, and went to war. No, he moved it. He found out and he moved it in. Like he's diving into hell. I'm telling you. You're thinking like has any kind of barrier. And that's what I tell you. If you open the door and he's not closing it, and I had to make sure I close mine. He opened the door. It's not about. It's. I don't know. Okay. First of all, Cameron is not who anybody who he thinks he is or acts like. Like he just. Yes, but not, but like in a very imperious way, which is basically, and told y'all this word, imperialism, is where it's like a self-fulfilled prophecy. Like you say you are this, and you are become so convinced that you actually think you are it, but everyone's looking at you like you just are the character of your movie, like just that. But there's not a movie playing right now. Okay. And so, but we just see that's what you're doing ultimately. So, what is your character in your world? Because like that's who you'll become. Like you can't really stop a person that does that. The people who hit a whole 360 light change, move across the world and do this shit. You know. So it's definitely real. But when someone does it right in front of you, you should definitely peep it. He did that because honestly, at first when I ran into him, fucking Johnny's, meeting just started coming around in Canada, talking to her like those days, years ago. He tells me all the time that something I said to him really motivated him to like get his life together and become the man that he is, right? Which I didn't tell him how to do that. I just told him to basically pay attention to what he's doing. Okay. And that's why I don't know if obviously I don't know what to tell you to do, but I do imagine that I do have the ability to motivate somebody. Um, and it was small things for me, like those words that, and then I think shortly after I think it moved to Austin, I think it moved pretty far, or California, something. It was like I wasn't seeing anybody. And I came back and I ran into him and he was like super plugged up and knew everybody all of a sudden. Like and I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh. And then Davion randomly asked me for weed or told me his sister needed weed. And so I sent Cameron over there because I was like, he's like the only person out here that I knew like definitely had weed. Um, yeah. And he met her, called me, like, Hunter, who the fuck are you? Like, are you even human? Because like last time I saw you, you changed my life, and to the point now I'm seeing you're introducing me to a celebrity. Like, yeah, and I'm like, in my mind, it was as casual as you just said, right? But that did something to him. And even like, even Cash Page was like, you're not, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, and that's why she cut him off, and he started talking crazy. Yeah, started acting real weird, acting like he was supposed to be everywhere he was. Yeah, he's also Freemason, so he also believes that's a part of their belief system is that they have the ability through knowledge and their their organization to like basically access areas of information people just don't know and live like a complete out. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because he has money. He thought he had, yeah, he even told me he has more money than her. I mean, maybe. Yeah, might get kicked out of your baby mama's house. And he was like, I did all that, man. I did all that, and I'm over all that now, man. And now I'm just, I don't know. What up, Ray? Yeah, I can see this is what my brain is. But then, like, so that's, anyway, to summarize, yeah, he thinks he's superior. He thinks he's a superior human, like, actually. No, I'm trying to believe what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, he actually thinks he like and spiritually he's a superior human. Like yes, like that's what Freemasons tell them, and then on top of that, he actually feels that. And in ways, I talk like that, but I don't actually feel that. I preach equality and individualism. No, and with the ability of tapping into power that anybody could, but maybe with the advantage of doing it faster. That's how I believe. But only through like just like accidental knowledge that you learn and actually decide to use. Like, that's how I feel I am smart. You know, but for someone to actually think like they're just advantaged because they are, like, it's crazy. But they think I'm like them, and I run into people like that a lot, where they think that I just think I'm superior over people because of the way I come off. Yeah, but no. It's like I'm not confident, and I feel yes, I feel confident with what I know and what I'm capable of doing. Yes, and right. Well, and then there's another group of people that use this kind of power for, it's like evil, it's manipulative. So where I'm trying to influence and promote and like push, people for them to be powerful, the other people might do it, but only to get them to a point and then, well, they'll stop them because maybe they just need you to just be this strong so that they can get you to do what they need you to do for them. And that's not right. But a lot of people think that's what you're trying to do. Like, why are you pushing me so much? Like, and then, and yeah, so they don't trust you. Yeah, I almost felt like if I worked with Cameron, I feel like I was gonna go into like almost like how government is seen, like a corrupt government scene, Where when we go into a meeting, we talk like we're doing good things, but we are not. We're not. You know what I'm saying? Like we're actually monsters. Like, yeah. But he is completely capable of doing that, of being that monopoly beast, like, and coming off as, he's like a Trump, like, and to where everyone's like, how are you a Trump supporter? Like, but for the people that are, they tell you why, because of what he's coming off as, like, he can do that. And, yeah, no, I don't want to be that. I'm actually genuinely not trying to do that. And I told him that, and he actually kind of didn't believe me. Because he thought with this much power, I would be trying to step on people. And because the way I influenced him, that's what he started to do. He's not, he's not, like, he's a power thruster. You know, he'll use his money to manipulate the situation and talk humbly. It'll let him not get his money back, though. That's why him and Davion are cool. Like, not, it was not even a lot of money. It's just he started tripping quick and changed everything. But to fully rewind, I'm bringing him up in the fact that I was just like so quick to cut him off is because that's the things I do, knowing that, like, first of all, I have bigger goals than this, and other people that could be involved in the things I'm doing, and I'm not bringing your funk ass vibe into into this thing that needs to be positive and prosperous. Because and to go back to Staples, that is concerning when he does not know how to just figure out how someone, like, I get it, right there, like you have hope in them, but if they don't do things that make sense to you or your morals, you must act accordingly. And when you don't, people will question your morals. That's straight. Yeah, he doesn't think it's gonna affect him, and then gets really mad when it does. Like if I'm so proud of him because and even Savon told me like let me just put it like this. I went over there to the warehouse and him pulled up in his car and I was really surprised and he knew I was surprised. So he was like, Hunter, come here. And he takes me outside, shows me the car, like really sits me down and shows me and tells me what he has going on. Never has happened before. Why would he do that to me, Trey? Like I don't know if like that. But every time I interact with him, he knows who the fuck Hunter is, right? Yeah. And so I'm telling Savon, like, this nigga, if had you stepped up, maybe you got him there. But he knew my criteria and was only willing to, like, really speak to me, when he was there. He's not the first person. Savon, you've done that to me. When you get in a situation, I respect that. Like, he used to send me pictures of his refrigerator. Savon, full fridge, bro. Because he knows I don't play that shit. Where are you, nigga? Where are you? Are you eating? Did you shower today? Like, you've been in the warehouse, nigga. What are you talking to me about? Like, don't call me on that. And so, yeah, if you're going to call me, then make it make sense. Because I don't ignore your call until you make it make sense. So, yes, actually, those pictures were quite effective. Yeah. But it's just because, like, man, I just think about y'all with all the decisions I make and the things especially with people, the things that are going to help us grow, that's important to when you're building a team or to where you decided. And, like, we have spent too long talking about breed. Like, in contrary to the things we could be talking about. And, yeah, and that's the things we should think about because we're gonna now, if I start dating a woman that's treating me bad, I must now know that you are, because you care about me. Now there's some point, probably in your day, that you are not doing what you want to do. You're sitting there concerned about my well-being, and I refuse to have that as a consistent. And like that's how I can be. I think that's what really being a friend to someone is like, especially at this age. Not us kicking it and being nice to each other. And no, like this is like what you do affects me. You're my brother. You're in my family. Like yeah, like yeah. It's like what your sister does. Yeah, no, that shouldn't matter, but it totally matters, right? I know. I say that, but to only say that I'm not going to do something to where you would wonder, like because on a bigger scheme, people will question how you're my friend. Let's say if I do some wild shit, you still rock with me. So I don't want to put you in that situation. I respect that you wherever you see me at now, I'm willing to grow from here. Like I don't should not deteriorate and expect you to still be my friend. Respectfully. Like, I don't either, and I feel the same way. Yeah. Oh, so did you. Don't give it all to me. Don't give it all to me. So did you. Oh, well, even then, that was a powerful moment. We came strongly back. Mhm. I think really strongly. Like, this shit motivates me. Like, I don't know how, even though it sucks, yes. It just makes me know, like, I'm like, you just being seen, like, recognize that because this is as much as I didn't want to be that person. I know that, like, just knowing that someone sees who I want to be, that matters. Like, I don't know, that matters more than anything, actually. And it really sucks. Like I don't get to talk to my sister because she can't talk. She doesn't talk to me like how you're talking to me. To where if you don't talk to me like this, I actually don't believe it's a true reality. And I think that if I do something wrong that might hurt somebody, I'm going to lose them. Like, and that is a really scary place because I am I don't know what I'm gonna do, and yeah, so this is extremely powerful and contrary to what other aspects of my life. Like you talking to me this, the first thing that came to mind was like, I just can't wait to have this conversation with Domo. Like we talked the day before yesterday, I called him, he answered, and no, you got answered earlier, and I almost broke down. I was like, it's just you two, like fuck, I need to do better. But it's like, but it's not, y'all, I don't know. Let me not get too on that, but like, I don't want to say this is on the same level as that, but I just feel that y'all haven't done anything to me. It's just a lot of things I'm doing, and I'm like, fuck. I have amazing people in my life, and it's just luck that you guys are still here for me, and with these 9 months of luck, it's hard work, and and studying and figuring out what I need to do at those times, and being ready when you're ready, like, and even with that's what I'm doing with Dome right now is, I'm hoping that we get here. It's not on a schedule. I would put it on one if I didn't think I was doing it often enough. But you know what? No one's ever said that to me, and it's killing me now. I'm hearing you, and I'm like, yeah, fuck. That is actually what I believe, but no one's ever said it to me. Actually, love in my life, my family's love has always been amongst a stipulation and like a way to do it. Like there's no like we just move forward and like no, or like figure out a way to communicate. Like no, if you do something like it will be hung over your head forever. Like no, like my uncle, if I when he comes in town, even though he's the one that moved to Florida and don't live in fucking Florida, he fucking will come in town and I'll see him. I love him, and I just haven't called him. Like, I don't know, and he'll like not say I love you. I'll go to give him a hug, and he won't give me a hug, and that will be why I haven't called him. And I'm like, what? So then now you see what I'm saying? Now that what he's saying to me, without saying to me, is that you have to do stuff to prove that you love me, or I will not treat you like I love you. And so that's why and even with my sister, like if I just, huh? Well, that's a small example. Now let's go to Laurel. Laurel is like you do something wrong, 5 links, full paragraph with questions and bullet points, damn near A, B, C, D questions, which multiple choice, which one's right. Like she's not fucking with you, bro. And if you want to come back, she will like come back, like how and we'll start talking, we start bullshitting, and then at the end of the conversation, she'll be like, I won't talk to you for a year, right? She just told me I have a demon in me still, like. No, I can't do this. I can't do it. Oh, you're saying that if it were to work, I would have to do that. Hmm. Critic, critical. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Nick. Oh my God. I called her. No, no, check it. Cause like I want you to really. Cause I called you too for the same reason. I called you to say, hey, power's out. Or I think I texted you, hey, power's out. It costs money. Yeah, yeah. No. Okay, whatever. No, call her. I know. I didn't even tell her. I didn't ask for money. So I honestly don't know what Lowell does for money. I think she's just pampered by her dead girlfriend, who's actually super cool. But she is dying. Anyway, uh, Laurel has had a boyfriend in, like, I don't know, 8 years, 7 years. Like, when she was in San Francisco, she was dating a monstrous looking dyke that I almost killed. Oh, I didn't tell you that story. Oh, no. how is this possible? No, it's the second time I went to San Francisco. I was like, no, it was the time I went to San Francisco, and I like genuinely remember being on the phone with you. It's like one of my favorite memories. Anyway, weird, right? I'm in a whole other spot. I'm not happy to be on the phone. Weird. Anyway, well, that would be recent. No, okay, so for fucking San Francisco, this was like 60s, so like 2018, actually, 17. So back then, like, but anyway, what's it called? Yeah, so she's been dating girls since back then, and what's it called? So I don't really know what she does for money. I didn't call her for money. I just was telling her that hey, my lights are out. I'm just trying to get my stuff together. I called her, but right before I actually called my dad, who was no help at all. I was just needing to explain where I'm at, and then really just vent, and then I would have figured out my problem. I just need ears, right? And unfortunately, neither my dad or my sister are ears. They're not that. If you tell them a problem, you're telling them because you want their solution. Yes. And they are so serious about this to where if Laura, okay, if you don't do it, they're gonna be legitimately mad at you. Like you would think, like, oh, I hear you, you're gonna be mad, like for my well-being, like, but you won't actually call me like you're gonna be fucking mad when I'm the one actually going through it, right? Now, now, now. She said, I called her and told her that. And I was like, on my mind, I'm like, not even asking for money, so I'm like looking at my phone, thinking like, who can I contact? What can I do? I just needed to just talk and be someone. We have good conversations, and it just got me out of the mood. She said, Hunter, I'm just waking up. I have an extremely busy day. You're gonna call me with this kind of problem. I just